for joining.
So we are live.
Yes, exactly. We are live. And for everyone who's watching, let me first stand corrected. We are live at the time when we do Linktrona stories. But today there's nothing to do with Linktrona stories. As you can see, I have some amazing boys with me. Boys, men, gentlemen, whatever you want to say. 5 of the amazing guys are there right with me. And today it's going to be something different. It's going to be absolutely unique. And for us itself, it's the first time we are doing something like this. So if there's any hiccup, I'm going to apologize beforehand. And for all of you who are making time to join us at this point of time, I have to say a hi and a hello and welcome these wonderful faces. Let's start with the man right to me. So I have Zubain with us, who is the CEO of Shimano Digital, right from India, tuning in to spend some time today. Why? That I'm going to tell you later, and to everyone also a little later. But it's, as you know, it's a curtain raiser to something. Zubain, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Khushbu. Thank you, Anil, for inviting me here, and look forward to the big launch today.
Absolutely, Zubain. It is big because you guys have made time for it and you made us feel special and really glad. Of course, you know a little bit about the guy in the white shirt, which is Anil Meghani. He is my business partner, and the thing that we're going to launch is together with Chetan Bhardwaj, who is the guy in the yellow tee that you can see. So we do know what we're bringing in, but we want you guys to wait a little till we figure out. Let me share the other 2 amazing people that you see on the screen. So we have Karunjit Dheer with us, who is the co-founder to Psyche from Malaysia, and Aaron Fu, who is head of product from iCar Asia, and again from Malaysia. So already we see so many countries that has joined us, and sincerely, we're so glad that you could join us in this short notice. This idea was just curated about 24 hours ago, and you came in. Thank you so much. Now, a quick hi to everyone who's watching. I can see Sahib. Sahib, come on StreamYard, man. He's going to join us as well. And then we have, hi Sangvi, hi Sandeep Bodapalli, hi. Hi guys, thank you so much for everyone who has joined us and is watching us live. Tell us from which part of the country you are there. And do you want to make any guesses of what exactly are we going to launch today? But keep the guesses in the comment and we're going to display it on the screen. But let's get started with all of you guys. Yes.
We have given a lot of hints to them already. I think Chetan, yourself and myself, we've kind of posted a lot of things on the LinkedIn. But audience is actually excited to know what's that blurry image all about.
Yes,
you want to share right now, or you want to keep them in suspense for some more time?
I think before I share it, I would like our guests to say certain things and about their experience and so. So this is just starting from Zubain. Zubain, we know that we got connected through Anil, and of course LinkedIn has been a strong connecting platform between all 6 of us. I would like to know how much of impact has it been for your personal or a professional growth in terms of the business as LinkedIn as a platform?
Okay. So I have to tell you this, that I'm normally a very media shy person.
Okay.
But if someone reads my LinkedIn and goes through my LinkedIn for the next 1 month, they will not believe that at all. So this transformation happened to me about a year ago when I decided that, I'm doing a lot of stuff, but I also need to portray it in a certain way for 2 reasons. One is to uplift the positioning of the work that I'm doing at the company that I'm doing. And 2 is, of course, for personal branding. And then, of course, I looked around, I worked with a couple of friends, and we got on to the platform in a more formal manner, which is very regular piece of content coming up on the platform. And lo and behold, within a span of like literally 3 months, I was getting reactions from the entire audience that I had, the entire follower base that I have. It's about 15,000 followers now on the platform. I don't know whether that's good, bad, or ugly. but it is 15,000. And just when I saw that kind of traction coming on the post that I was putting in, I realized that people started to engage with what is going on. People started to realize that, yeah, this is something more than just corporate. And I've been giving a good mix of both corporate, personal, and a whole lot of stuff around that as well. And overall, I realized that this entire platform is very powerful. It's extremely powerful. So the kind of connects I've made, the kind of business deals that have happened only through the LinkedIn platform in the last 1 year has really accelerated a lot. Of course, cut to when I, of course, bumped into Anil for the same reason. That he suddenly reached out saying, I'm seeing a lot of buzz about you on the platform. And that's when he told me that, listen, let's catch up and figure out what we can do together. And here we are. We kind of connected. You came online, and then we had a really nice time talking about the little inputs that you gave. Those small little changes making massive impact is what this power of this platform is. So, one, thank you to you, and thank you to this platform.
No, thank you so much, Zubain, for of course, we are just doing that impact definitely because the platform itself has made a huge impact to our own life. And as much as going out and talking with the university students or with the corporates, and even to say with the peers and other founders and stuff, I've noticed that small bit of change has brought them visibility. So just your LinkedIn story was such an amazing one, and you started about a year ago. And we also have some amazing guests already joining us, guys. I can see in the green room we have Sahib, we have Prantik, and we have Roshan as well with us. So Chetan, can I call in one of them?
Yeah. Do you want to bring in someone and I'll switch?
Yeah, I think that would be great. Let me just switch it 1 second. See you soon. Hi, Prantik. Prantik, 1 second. You're on mute.
Hi, Khushbu. Hope you can hear me now.
Yes.
We can hear you very
Hey,
well.
Anil. Hey, everyone. Sorry, I'm outside, so it might be a bit noisy, but congratulations. Good to be part of the show.
Thank you so much for joining.
Indeed, Prantik, thank you so much for making time. We know you are having a gala time right now, but yes, we were just asking, what's the LinkedIn story? And Zubain just shared his LinkedIn story. So Prantik is teaming up from Singapore, and he's the founder to Happy Marketers, which is one of the largest digital agencies in Singapore, I should say, or I should say NAPAC, Prantik. But yes, Prantik, all of us are sharing our LinkedIn stories. So would you like to share yours as well?
Of course. I mean, LinkedIn's a massive part of both my professional and my personal life. I think I've been extremely fortunate to be able to make so many, not just connections, but also have so many meaningful engagements with people across the board. And my journey probably started about 12, 13 years ago, like probably many of us. And it takes time where you kind of build connections and start a relationship with so many different people. I think what's fantastic is it's helped me also it's kind of become my go-to platform for knowledge consumption and learning from so many people, be it famous people such as, let's say, a Piyush Gupta from ABS, right? It's a platform where you suddenly get to connect with corporate executives, with rich and famous, and it's like a fantastic curated platform to kind of consume knowledge and have wonderful interactions. And of course, being an entrepreneur, LinkedIn, I'm sure many of us would have benefited from both public engagements as well as private messaging on InMail to just kind of have very meaningful sales conversations, which is like a great conversation starter. And of course, then you got to take it offline on email or chat or for an in-person meeting. But LinkedIn's been absolutely fabulous in terms of helping me build my personal brand, build our company brand, build our thought leadership efforts, and of course, it's a great direct sales channel as well. So it's a very fruitful experience.
I think glad to hear, Prantik, of course, because for us, personally for myself, I can't believe that getting in touch with people in all across the world could be so simple and easy, and they would be so warm. They could show so much of warmth. As simple as when we had Ron Malhotra on the show. So we got in touch. I got in touch with him, or we got in touch with him through LinkedIn. I mean, having Naveen Jain and who's gonna show up in the show probably this week sometime. It happened to LinkedIn, and this time I know these people they go through such busy schedule, and at the same time they're able to connect, and through this platform we can learn from each other so much. All of us, I think, all six of us today, even two of the beautiful guests or amazing guests who's waiting for us in the green room, which is Roshan and Sahil. All of us connected on LinkedIn, and I'm so glad that it has given so much of us in exchange.
And one
Thanks,
more
man.
point which I would like to say about Prantik and also about Zubin. I've seen both of them kind of posting so much of professional content plus at the same time personal content. And I think that's really the beauty of LinkedIn, where not only you post professional, but if you can kind of also motivate people, energize them through your personal content, also is really very nice. So I've seen Zubin posting a lot about yoga, his voice modulation, what he does, the voice recording, audio recordings. Same with Prantik, he talks about his son and everything. I think I really love the entire thing which is there.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
I think
that's true.
that's a well brought in. Uh, can I actually bring in Roshan
Yes,
up also?
I
Okay,
can go off the screen first.
okay. Just thanks, Anil. See you soon, shortly. Just 1 second. I think let me try if I can have 8 people. Oh yes, I can actually
Up
have
to
eight
10.
of us. Wow, that's amazing. Welcome, Sahil. Welcome, Roshan.
Great,
Yep.
great to
Good
see
evening.
everyone. Great to see everyone.
Yep.
Yeah, you can actually add up to 10 people now, Khushbu. So
Oh,
Oh, it's 10. Lovely. Thanks for that, Sahib. I think we tested the maximum of 8 so far, but 10 will be like squeezing us to not. That is so nice. But guys, I was just asking each one of you their LinkedIn story, and Zubin and Karthik just shared. Why not? Let's bring in the story of Karun Jeet, who is the co-founder of Psyche, for ones who don't know, and a quick introduction to the audiences as well. So three amazing guests will join us. I've mentioned about Prantik already. Sahib, who's tuning in from Singapore, and he is an amazing sales consultant and have been in the country for a long time, and at the same time a LinkedIn influencer. He's got a following which I can't imagine. Okay, Saib, do you want to give a number?
I'm trying
Because
to I'm trying to hide myself with something. So
okay, guys, go to his profile and check it out. The following, and the last amazing guest, Roshan Tirhan. Thank you so much, Roshan. He is the founder of Comics from Malaysia, who's tuned in with us in this little curtain raiser, or I should say a celebration of coming up with something for everyone out there who's watching us right now. So as the question comes in, which is just want to know from everyone, what's your LinkedIn story? And Karanjit, why don't you share your LinkedIn story with us?
Sure, Khushbu. So, we were chatting briefly during our last conversation as well. So, though I had been a part of the LinkedIn family for about 10 odd years now, probably more, since the time we started off building businesses in a big way. However, the real LinkedIn, or the real interaction or on LinkedIn happened to me by force. So what I mean by that is, I was already a member. I was there, connecting with a few of the people, mostly from my industry, which is technology consulting, or let's say within the sales or business development, or global expansion functions. But it was a very passive and a very need-based kind of approach that I had adopted, and I was not a very active member on LinkedIn until came a point in time where I was actually forced, I was forced to force myself to go active on LinkedIn to ensure, that we as a brand, Psyche as a brand gets seen. And it so happened, see, briefly, so we started off building Psyche a couple of years back, and until late last year, we were not very active on LinkedIn. So Psyche as a brand was trying to build presence, but somebody from the co-founding team, or somebody who represents the top leadership at Psyche, we were not very active. And this is the one very simple yet very important thing that always had come to us as a market feedback. So my sales team, people who were building the product, even the marketing folks, they used to come back to me and say, hey, Karun, whenever we talk to a prospect, whenever we talk to a customer, whenever we talk to a partner, or a potential for a potential collaboration, they hear our story, they like the product, they are at times fascinated by what we are trying to build and how futuristic and impactful that can be. However, one very common feedback or one very simple question that takes us sort of aback is they, in some form or the other, they end up telling us that, hey, we have never heard about you guys. So whether it is
Visibility is not there.
simple, yeah, or direct as this, or maybe in a slightly sweetened, way, but the message is that we have not heard about you guys. So and therefore, when somebody has not really heard about you in a positive way, or seen your brand in a positive way, trust cannot be built. And unless and until that trust gets built, you may not be able to do business. So it is as simple as that.
I think that's an amazing point brought in, because the sales team's life becomes extremely easy if the brand is just heard by the public, right? I think none other than Anil or Sahib can put some light to it, because you guys come from direct sales background, and how much of help does just recognize brands. Pushing out those brands is easier than any day.
Sahib is the guru. I will let him talk on this.
Very kind of you, Anil and Khushbu. It's a pleasure to actually be on screen with all you amazing gentlemen and the beautiful lady in red. So thank you very much for having me on the show. And I'm glad to be a part of this launch. So with regards to obviously personal branding, I think a lot of people are actually talking about personal branding and making sure that you get your thoughts out there to your target audience. One thing I'm going to just tell you, and I think, Karun, he actually sort of touched upon it very, very briefly about the know, like, and trust factor, which is absolutely essential. And Karun and I, we actually collaborated, I think, earlier this week, or rather late last week, with regards to another sort of webinar. And we discussed this at length with regards to the know, like, and trust factor. And that is, it's difficult for people to actually get to actually do business with you if they don't actually know who you are as a person. And that's where the personal branding element comes in. And the one thing which I'm going to actually sort of tell each and every one of you who's listening today is, like, just do one thing. After the show, don't leave the show in between. After the show, just go and Google your own name. That's it. Okay? And see what comes up. Okay? You will not find anything to do with your own personal experiences, but you will find pages of stuff to do with your professional expertise.
Agreed.
Okay. So, and that is something which you, as if you are in sales, business development, client retention, customer management, any kind of aspect, if you're an entrepreneur, you're a business leader, or anything along those lines, you need to be very aware of that. So what I'm trying to say is, and that is the main reason as to why a lot of people should focus a lot on personal branding, because that's where, and especially through social media during this time, this is the best opportunity to basically build your own digital footprint. And everyone can honestly look you up and know what you do professionally, but they will not do business with you until they actually resonate with who you are as a person and with your own personal values. And that is one of the main reasons as to why I'm a big believer of, especially on social media. And honestly, I mean, I live on LinkedIn quite literally. I don't do any other social media quite literally. I mean, even though I have a Facebook, Insta, Twitter, etc., but I'm always on LinkedIn. So, I mean, is that a good ploy? Of course not. I know it isn't. But I just can't do any other social media apart from LinkedIn. I'm just so much in love with this platform because it has allowed me to actually meet some amazing people from around the world, including some of you on screen. So, what I'd like to ask you all is basically focus on bringing out who you are as a person, your musings. What makes you tick. What are your main values. What are the things that that really resonate with you. So a lot of people talk about sharing content, 80-20 rule, etc. LinkedIn being a professional platform, share mostly to stuff to do with your professional expertise. I actually am I'm someone who actually goes the exact opposite. Because if someone wants to know your professional expertise, they can look on your profile, they can Google search you, and they will know exactly who you are. But the only reason as to why one person will actually choose you than the other person, who actually basically does the same thing, just has a different name, a different accent, looks different, simple as that, is because they like that person better. They trust that person better. They know that person better. And that is only possible if you bring out your personal character out to your audience. And that's one of the main reasons to why personal branding is so important. Sorry about the long-winded answer, but I think hopefully that sort of answers your question, Khushbu and Anil.
I think, Sahib, just to add in, since you've got such an amazing point, especially for the audiences who are watching us right now, that go and search your name on Google. And that's indeed a very important thing. Why? Because if you will go and search your name, you'll be shocked that the LinkedIn profile actually takes up your top 2 URLs most of the times. If you are not having a website, then for sure the first 3 URLs can end up to be your LinkedIn URL. So if someone actually goes and search for Aaron Fu or let's say Karanjit Beard, then more than anything, their LinkedIn profile comes up. So guys, if people are looking out for you and they met you and they have got introduced with you, like I have some amazing guests who's watching us right now. We have Geeta, we have Sri Ram, we have, I can see we have America, and all of these guys. Let's say I'm getting in touch with you, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and search your name on Google. And that leads me to your LinkedIn page. Now there's a question that you need to ask yourself, whether would you do business with yourself or not, looking at that.
Spot on.
And if you can be honest with that answer, I think you would know the answer that would come your way from other people as well. So Sahib, 100% with you on this, because I agree personal branding plays an important role in the corporate world, not in the influencer business to say. I'm talking only about the corporate world. With this, I'll move the guns to Roshan, because he has worked in the media space for such a long period of time, and he has been curating content for years under Leatronomics, with video going live on LinkedIn and everything. I think he is the best person also to share how's the experience been like and what's his LinkedIn story.
So yeah, thanks. Hey, my LinkedIn story is been almost 20 years or so, and I only use LinkedIn because previously LinkedIn allowed you to keep contacts and transfer contacts every time I change jobs. So every time I change jobs, I would have to change emails from different servers, and I hated having to download, and it was not so easy with the .pst files and the calendar, and it was quite messy. So when I put people on LinkedIn, and back then LinkedIn allowed you to download the Excel of everybody's contact into your phone and into other things. It was an easy, convenient way just to keep names, and so that's how I started. I think it was like, honestly, I think it's probably around at least 20 years ago. So when LinkedIn first was around, and I never bothered. I mean, they really moved into the whole social media, professional social media space probably about 10, 12 years ago. And only recently, probably in the last 3-4 years, is when I started to leverage it for its worth, right? I mean, providing content. I've always been writing. I've been writing content for about 12-15 years for newspapers. I had a radio show with BFM for about 12 years or so. So I've always had the opportunity to develop content. It's just taking that content and repurposing it in a different format. And LinkedIn has been useful. It's a very different bunch of people who read LinkedIn from who read the posts that I have on my own website, or whether it's the newspapers and other media. So different media for different purposes. LinkedIn, I think it's a nice. I mean, especially if you're on a B2C business. I'm a B2B, B2C professional businesses. I mean, these are good platforms, good avenues or channels for you to access different folks. A couple of years ago, I started a TED Talk Friday, which was a Friday tech show to help a friend, Karamjit, who from Digital News Asia. Is like, I'm not getting traction, and I said, I've got a channel. People come. Apparently, they read what I say, and they seem to comment a lot. Why don't you come and do a show on my channel? And we started Tech Talk Friday, and now people think I'm a tech guy, which is not bad. So it helps. I mean, I got once invited by two big tech companies to go to Las Vegas to moderate a tech summit, and I'm wondering how am I a tech person here? But Tech Talk Friday, it goes to funny places. I go to Cambodia, sitting in a restaurant. Somebody's like, "Yeah, I watch your show on LinkedIn." I'm like, "Really?" So it's interesting. You can leverage it. If you do it a certain way. I mean, for me, I personally don't like to use LinkedIn to tell people stuff. I always like to find answers. So all my shows are always about questions, rather than trying to give answers. And different people do use it for, Gary Vee will give you answers. So he uses a platform for more of an answer base. Mine is to help you. Together we'll search for a solution together. So I think you have to find your niche on what you are, who you are, and bring that personality out in whatever platform or whatever channel that you use.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I think that's very important. Roshan, I completely agree. When I met you for the first time, I thought you come from the tech background. Until the time I discovered
Maybe
about
I do. Maybe I do now. So. A lot of blurred lines,
Yes, absolutely. Guys, I'm going to ask one quick question, very quick question. It's a yes or no thing. Do you recommend is content curating? Let me just rephrase it. Is content curating anywhere helping you get more visibility or growth on your own careers? A yes and a no answer in just simple words, starting with, let's say, Sahib.
Simple answer, yes.
Karanjeet?
A big yes.
Roshan?
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's always been.
Yeah. Zubain?
Sounding yes.
Anil?
Arial black bold font size 60, yes.
You have to be creative here as well. That's nice. Aaron?
100% yes.
Absolutely. Aaron is the video guy. I mean, we have seen. So, guys, do you notice all the people who are here that they are saying a yes? So, are you creating content so far so that you can get visibility in your career and maybe just stop complaining about the fact that things are not working out for you at work, at business, in your careers, for job, or for just getting clients out there? But with this, I have to just give a quick shout out to Prantik. He had to drop out probably because of the network connection since he was outside. So he couldn't join us for well, but if he's back, I'm going to pull him in for sure. With this, let me get to Aaron and hear it out from Aaron, his LinkedIn story.
Before we go to Aaron, just to tell the whole audience, Leaderonomics has been partnering with Beyond 99 from day one, and they've been supporting us and curating the bit-sized content videos from our larger episodes and helping us and putting up on the Leaderonomics page. Thank you so much, Roshan, for that.
No problem.
Absolutely,
Well, always good to be partners.
Absolutely.
I actually did enjoy that Leaderonomics video. You guys actually cut it into really bite-sized pieces. So
Yes.
you shrunk the whole 1 hour into something that was so consumable. I really did enjoy that video.
You better like it, Aaron, because yours was the first video.
I don't know. I saw my.
Yeah.
No, he was the one who launched.
A lot of hard work, though.
Definitely, Roshan, and I would like to deeply appreciate, because this collaboration is something that we believe in, and you were so humble in the entire thing. I have to appreciate you as a person and also the entire Leaderonomics team here, who has been a great support on making this happen as well. Thank you so much.
No problem. And you answered the curation question, right? With that, it's all about curation, right?
Absolutely. Thanks, Anil, for mentioning that. Thank you so much. Absolutely. So, Aaron, please go ahead. Tell us your LinkedIn story.
My LinkedIn story, well, I kind of registered. I remember I registered an account about 10, 12 years back, but I never did anything with it. It was only about a year plus back, I think probably about a year and a half now, where I started creating content on LinkedIn and seeing what happens. He was actually my manager at that time. He was actually telling me that, hey, you're making videos. How about you just post some up on social media? I didn't want to do it on Facebook because, literally every one of my friends is on Facebook, and I was kind of shy. LinkedIn was kind of small back then, and I didn't have that many connections to begin with. So I tried out with LinkedIn, and surprisingly it grew. But what really told me that LinkedIn was the right place to keep creating content for me was when I posted this, it wasn't a video, in fact, it was actually a photo. I posted a photo of a trip which I went to Thailand. So there's this story which I posted on Thailand, I think about a year plus ago, about how I went to Thailand, took a bus from Chiang Mai to Ayutthaya, and it was one of those places where not many tourists would go. And I got lost over there and I couldn't speak Thai. And I posted that story up on LinkedIn, and it was somewhat personal. At the same time, it's somewhat developmental for people as well. And after posting that photo up with the story I had, I got a message from one of the top tier CEOs, which I was actually looking forward to actually meet. That person actually reached out to me because he found the story which I posted up on LinkedIn something relatable. So going back to the point where finding that trust, building that trust and building that relatability with people so that people can actually engage with you, I think that is so true, because through that one post I posted up about my experience going to Chiang Mai, getting lost, that story helped build trust and relatability with that CEO somewhere. And the interesting thing was that if I think about how, if today I were to look for that particular person in that organization, a CEO of that caliber, chances are I'll probably meet the executive, I'll probably meet the managers, I'll maybe meet the head of departments, but the CEO, wow, that's going to take a whole long way before I actually get there. But LinkedIn provided that even fair playing ground where you're able to voice out your opinion. And if people find it relatable, people find that you're somebody who you can actually trust and you want to engage with that person, anyone, even a CEO, could drop you a message for that. So that's where I felt, hey, LinkedIn is the place to be. Yes. Yeah. So that's my story.
That's a nice one. Absolutely. I think it's glad that you brought in an incident, directly relatable to these kind of stuff. With this, of course, Sahib, we have not heard your story. You did talk about the sales and the personal branding side, which is great. But how did you land into the platform, or when did it all get started?
Well, it started. Interesting. I guess from my finance and accounting background, which I've never actually worked in directly in my life. So I'm very good with dates. So the day I started LinkedIn was on the 5th of August 2018. So just a little over 2 years ago. And the reason for it was I was at that present moment I was actually looking at my next career move. And a couple of my friends here were like, why don't you just, open up an account on LinkedIn and, have a chat, because, you'd be able to meet a lot of recruiters, et cetera, et cetera. So I was like, I've heard of LinkedIn, of course, but I was never into social media, Like I always had like a Facebook account and an Instagram account, but that's about it, just to, wishing my friends happy birthday. Facebook, great calendar tool, in my opinion. But, that's how I see Facebook as sometimes, honestly. But so I was intrigued as to LinkedIn. That's interesting, and so I went on the platform, started following, obviously the who's who of LinkedIn, who are still the who's who of LinkedIn, and basically just started sort of following in their footsteps, trying to see what kind of content they were posting, kind of engagement that they were doing, the kind of comments, etc. And I came across some amazing people who literally sort of assisted me quite a lot, in my infancy days on LinkedIn, so to speak. I have to do a shout out, obviously, to two people specifically, who've had a very, very big impact on my LinkedIn journey, especially in the beginning, who showed me the ropes on what to do and etc. and how to get my voice out there. One's Dino Pacella from Australia, and the other one's Corey Warfield from the US. So both of them, are brothers, and I'm so grateful to the both of them. And obviously, so many other people who I've met, who I've had the opportunity and the honor of meeting on the platform as well as in person, including you, Khushbu, and obviously Chetan, who's backstage. So yeah, I mean it's been an amazing journey, and I'm deeply humbled by obviously the growth that I've had, and it's just I've just been myself, and that's the main thing. I've just been myself, just gone out there and just engaged with people. And I think if someone asks me what is my secret ingredient for my growth on LinkedIn, I would say is consistency. And that is something which is absolutely imperative. If someone asks me, so since the 5th of August 2018 till today, which is the 1st of September 2020, I've averaged between 5 to 7 hours a day on LinkedIn. 5 to 7 hours a day, engaging, creating content, commenting, etc. I've been in tag jail almost every day or comment jail every day because, you know, I engage with so many people on the platform. I think that's been my secret ingredient, so to speak. It's just engage with others on the platform, because you know, people would remember your face only if you actually engage with their content. You can't expect to just take without giving something in return, and that is of growth, in my opinion, not just on LinkedIn but on any social media. And I think that's the cornerstone for personal branding anyways, because, you know, that basically shows to your audience who you are as a person. So, you know, that's my story in a nutshell. Miles to go before I sleep, in the words of Robert Frost. So you're one of my favorite poems of all time, you know, walking by the woods on a snowy evening. So yeah, miles to go before I sleep. So it's been a humbling experience, a brilliant journey. I have met friends like family, so to speak, more than family on certain occasions. I have met my inner circle. I've found I'm an only child. So, you know, I found my, you know, couple of brothers from another mother and my sister, you know, from another mother, of course, which is amazing. So yeah, it's been a fantastic experience. I mean, what started out as a job seeking tool has turned out to be literally, you know, the hashtag a lot of you all see, LinkedIn fam or LinkedIn family. So yeah, it's been a fantastic experience.
Wow, so many points that you mentioned. I think, with, of course, the last part, which is the most interesting today at this point of time, we know a lot of people are seeking out for job, and probably that's one reason why they're coming on the platform. But it's really beyond that. And if someone is even seeking out for job, there's a proper process to it, rather than just chasing someone and then making someone feel pushed enough to just say that, please stop sending me messages because I'm not in a position to help you at this point of time. I think there's a proper approach to even get yourself the right job that you're looking for. And that's an add-on, of course. And if you're having a personal brand, I think one doesn't even have to look out for job. They'll get inbound. In other words, people will just come in and they'll say, help us.
Spot on. I mean, yeah. I mean, just to add to this, I mean, I have so many job seekers who reach out to me because I try and share, or not share. I try and comment and like, you know, job seeker posts, or, you know, posts which actually, you know, showcasing certain jobs which are available, just so that my network might be able to see it. So, I mean, I've got job seekers reaching out to me almost every single day, and, you know, asking me if I can refer them or I can hire them, etc. And, you know, that's the wrong approach. You should never do that. You know, as a job seeker, number one, in my opinion, once you put, and this, I'm not sure how many job seekers are actually looking, and, you know, maybe some HR people like my friend Aaron here might actually beat me on the head with a stick. But you know, putting the hashtag ONO or you know, open to new opportunity, in my opinion, is a detriment to your efforts, because it makes you what's the right word? It makes you desperate or look desperate. So what you should focus on is basically provide or curating content. Now, a lot of people make this huge mistake, and this is something which I try and tell everyone I speak to, because a lot of people speak to me with regards to personal branding, etc., and how to get their voice out in the open. And I'm like, curating content does not mean that you've got to take your phone and look at it and create a video.
Yes.
That is not what content curation is all about. And you know, one of our common friends, Khushbu, Dr. AJ Minai, you know, he's a TEDx speaker. He got his first TEDx talk invitation without ever having posted a video on any social media. So you do not need to do video content to basically be recognized for the value that you can provide to your audience or to your target demographic. And that is something which a lot of people make a mistake on, and they feel that content curation only means video content creation. Not at all. You know, if you're a writer, if you're an author, you know, you can do so many things on the platform to showcase your talents using words to paint your picture. And that is something which a lot of people forget, unfortunately. So it's essential. So stand out from the crowd. If you're a job seeker, the first thing which I would suggest is like, job seeking is like a full-time job in itself. Basically, make sure you target the different companies that you ideally want to work at, and try and find certain senior decision makers, either the HR VP, which is a human resource business partner, or someone in HR, or perhaps someone who you feel would be your direct report, or your immediate manager. Engage with them on their content first, before perhaps sending through a connection request. Don't just click the word connect. Put in a personalized request along the lines of, it would be great to actually connect with you, considering we're both in the same industry, and would love to sort of, pick your or get your opinion on something. Connect with the intention to try and provide value yourself first, and that is absolutely essential. So if you go in cold, people, you are just one of thousands who are actually basically, out there. So how do you get yourself to stand out? You basically have to do something different. You have to show what your strategic differentiator is. Last week, Karan and I were on this webinar, and we were speaking to another gentleman who is in HR, and he specifically said something which really, really rings, so true, especially during this time. So he was like, whenever he used to post a job, he used to get about 50 to 100 applicants in about a month or maybe 2 months for that position. Now he gets 1,000+ applicants within a week for a single position. So you have to stand out from the crowd. And trust me, 99% of them are basically just doing exactly what you are doing. As a job seeker, if you're just connecting with someone and the first message you basically send them is your resume and you're asking them for a job. Don't do that. That's hampering your chances. Take off that hashtag ONO. Take off that thing along the lines of, currently unemployed. Don't do that. Put something else, in transition or something along those lines. So put your company as confidential. Put your things, little attributes that you perhaps do, your skill sets, etc., as what you can bring to the table. Each and every element in your LinkedIn profile is really prime real estate. Use it to the best of your ability, including your headline. And the first thing, as a job seeker, I think the first thing that you need to do is get yourself a professional photograph done. Simple as that. Where you're smiling. It's essential.
I think the smile is necessary. It's not your passport photograph that you're trying to click and posting it on LinkedIn. But guys, I think these are amazing nuggets which Sahib has just shared with us. I would like to add one thing which I personally have noticed, and recently more than ever, as we know there are a lot of job seekers. You don't want to keep your headline looking for job opportunity. And as the word just stated by Yusuf himself, he said, it just looks too desperate. I would love to see your field instead of just putting across looking for job opportunity. You can push across in the category you are rocking at or you're amazing at. Let's say you were an account executive or you're in business development, and you can push that out and how you can help organizations. So if you are in a space where you want recruiters or department heads or founders to notice you, then push out your skills. I think you're wonderfully brought in specifically for a large market at this point of time, which are the job seekers, and trying to help them in the best way possible. With this, guys, since all of us have shared our story, I mean, all five, along with amazing Prantik, has shared the story of being on LinkedIn. Anil, do you want to share your story?
Yeah, I will also like to kind of quickly share the story. So, like the way Sahib mentioned, I've been on LinkedIn for almost about 8+ years, 8 to 10+ years. And my journey has been like, initially, of course, when I went to LinkedIn, what Roshan mentioned, like LinkedIn that time used to kind of give us the connects which you can download. And it was very difficult as a sales guy to collect all those physical business cards when you keep shuttling from one company to other. And I've changed a lot of jobs. I've changed some 9, 10 jobs. So very difficult to carry those business cards and keep it. Some companies used to say, hey, please retain those cards for us for future use. So I have to take kind of screenshots maybe, or probably put a soft copy of those. So it was very difficult, but LinkedIn came to rescue for that. So that was the initial thing when we started coming in. Then, of course, I started looking deep dive into LinkedIn, and I realized the real potential of LinkedIn, the way it can help you go out there, connect, and build bonds. So, first few years was purely about, as sales guys, you are very hungry for leads, hungry for opportunities, hungry for closures. I did all of that, but then I think about last 5 6 years, I realized the true potential, and I started going out there, reaching out to the right people, sending out the right messages, using very different tricks of sending introduction or invite messages, and it really worked for me. And to my happiness and joy, last year, LinkedIn awarded me as the best modern sales awardee, which is the top 10 modern sales awardee across Asia Pacific. So I was glad about that. So I kind of use the old antique tools and techniques, but with the modern and digital techniques, and kind of club both of them to use it to my fullest. And that's where I am starting my own gig on LinkedIn, which is there with you and Chetan.
Absolutely. I think, Anil, thanks for putting that out, and congratulations on the award. It's actually an amazing accolade to what you have achieved on the platform so far, with all the amazing sales techniques that you're putting across on the platform. Definitely. With this, of course, as everyone has shared their story, and I see a comment about my story. So very quickly, just sharing why exactly did I get started with LinkedIn with everyone out here, guys. For me, LinkedIn happened out of one thing in life, which I have never done it. It was actually a New Year's resolution. It was nothing but a New Year's resolution to myself to start expressing. I was having difficulties to express myself, and I realized that one platform where I don't have my close friends, I don't have my family to just make sure that they are not looking at me with. Because I wanted to express myself in what's happening in the industry, and coming from a marketing and a business background, there was so much to talk about. That's where I started writing. Until this resolution, before that, had never taken one, and after that, also I have never taken one. But I'm so glad I could keep up to that resolution until now, and it has been more than 2 years on the platform. Didn't realize that people will start connecting with that content that I had started to push in, and slowly people started reaching out. That's when the realization happened for me that this could possibly be a place where I, being a foreigner in a country, Malaysia, and starting up my own company with some of the amazing people, but at the same time, growing a company takes a whole lot of resources, energy, marketing. I'm glad to share that we have never put a single penny on advertising and organically grown our business to what it is today only because of LinkedIn, because it gave us more than approximately 60-70% of our business leads inbound started coming in from LinkedIn. That's the whole inspiration of why today all of us are here, and why today we are doing this curtain raiser, and why today we have these LinkedIn stories getting shared. Because, guys, if it could make things happen for me and for everyone who's here in different parts of the world, it can bring a new life to you as well. The TEDx that happened to me, I would say it was because of LinkedIn. If we got some of the large projects, if we have got some of the amazing clients to work, is because of LinkedIn. And if today I'm sitting and I have Zubain, Anil, Aaron, Roshan, Karanjit, Yusuf, Prantik, and Manisha couldn't make it, all of these guys, because of LinkedIn as a platform. Networking, collaboration, humanizing, and personalization. With this, of course, long awaited, I have got everyone to wait and be patient and hear all the amazing stories. But do you want to even see what it is all about? Like, just a sneak preview on what are we getting to? Are you guys excited? Tell me if you guys are excited. And guys, you tell me also, the ones who are watching us, if you guys are excited in the comment section below. Tell us a yes. Even a no is okay. Or a super yes. Or a boom. Awesome, Sahib, awesome. What I'm going to do is let me share my screen and give everybody a just sneak preview of what it is all about. Okay, guys, I can see boom. I can see that happening. 1 second, 1 second. I'm going to. Okay, I need a little bit more booms, guys, or a little bit more yes. Come on, you guys can do a little bit to motivate us. We've literally not slept for the last 60 hours to bring this to you. I don't know why Anil Meghani has vanished from StreamYard, but I hope he'll come back.
He's making a bigger boom over there.
Yes, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure because he's dropped out from the green room as well, guys. We have been working on this non-stop and open to feedback, open to response, and to know what you guys feel about it. But as I'm going to start sharing my screen, 1 second. Okay, I've started to get it. Love you guys. Thank you so much for that motivation. Thank you so much for all the boom and the super yes and yo. I think Chitra, Jirel, one LinkedIn user, but I can't see the name in the background. I'm not too sure why I can't see the name. TK Bharat, yes, I can see boom, 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 boom. Nidhi, thank you so much for the yes and all the super yeses and the yes. Guys, stay tuned. I'm going to reveal how it looks like and what it is for. Anil is back in the green room. Let me get him back. What happened to you, man? Where did you vanish?
The butterflies in my stomach are going. So please.
No, absolutely, guys. I would say it is butterfly. It's the excitement and the super excitement together. Sharing my screen. Give me a moment. Okay, let me share the screen. I know, guys, I'm keeping you waited. It takes a little bit of time to get the screen shared. 1 second.
This is Murphy's law. When we really want things to happen, and it takes time. So
1 second. I think Zubain dropped out. Okay.
no, he's there. I think his video is off.
Okay. So Zubain, we hope you're there with us and just a video. Okay, awesome. Awesome. So let me just share the screen. Okay, 1 second. You guys can't see it, right? Because I can't see as well. Okay, guys, I know I'm keeping you waiting. Hold on tight. One second.
Is the load high? Do you want to drop off one or two of us?
No, come on, man. This is the last thing I would want.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I think the load might be high.
I think your audience is quite supportive, huh?
I have to say that. Thank you so much, guys, for being patient. I know I took a lot extra time. Apologies for the inconvenience, guys. These are the technical glitches which we must always be prepared for. Okay, let's go for it. Guys, can you see it?
Yes, now we can see you.
Yeah, now we can.
Yes.
Building up.
Okay,
Yeah.
so do you see what it is?
Yes. Sorry.
Yes, guys, so that's salt and pepper. So guys, how do you find the name salt and pepper, adding seasoning to your growth? Tell us, how do you find the name? before I reveal more?
Quickly, anyone?
Well, any good dish would need salt and pepper, right? I mean, you can't go without salt and pepper with your barbecue chicken and all that. So you need salt and pepper, right?
Absolutely, guys. How did you find the names? Tell me in one word if I ask all
Love
of
the
you.
name. Love the name.
It's very nice. Very nice.
Love the name. You know, I think you should have me as your brand ambassador because I've got the salt and pepper look.
No, absolutely. I have to say,
I'm joining the club, you know.
guys, Anil
I'll
is
probably
hiding.
name more salt and pepper.
Anil is
I think that's black and white. I think we got black and white mistaken with salt and pepper.
Anil is hiding his silver frogs, I think.
Yes.
No, guys, absolutely. This was a name. So just a little bit of story in the background. This was a name which just popped in between our discussion. That why not just let's call it salt and pepper? And we loved it so much. We were like, okay. And at some point of time, we had even put personas to the name and stuff. But then we realized more than personas, salt and peppers are seasonings. They are that extra taste, flavor without which no dish can be complete. And because sadly we as the team can't cook quite well. I mean, for other people, of course, I can cook for myself, but yes, we're not very good chef or master chefs to say. We decided let's stick to our business where we are good at and help people in the business world or in the individuals in the corporate world to add seasonings to their life. And that's where the story came in for Salt and Pepper, which is about adding seasoning to your personal, professional, individual growth. I hope, guys, you liked it. There is a little bit more that I'm going to definitely share it. This was just an early teaser.
So, Kush, I think we'll wait for a few seconds. I think Prantik is joining. He should be in the studio with you. Just check.
He isn't there right now. I'll get to see it as soon as he's there.
Okay.
Karanjit, tell me, what do you think of the name? I haven't heard your feedback.
No, it's a fantastic name, and see, like so we talk of curation, we talk of customization, we talk of repurposing. So I think in the same lines, even everybody's, even for all of us, also, I think the salt and pepper, the amount of salt and pepper, or the mixture or the combination of salt and pepper that we all need individually also varies. So I think it fits that connotation as well, wherein we are talking about something which is very common and yet highly customized when it comes to actual consumption. So I think that's how I look at it personally. I think Khushbu, you're on mute.
Lost your audio, Khushbu.
So sorry, guys. I was saying, Karanjit, that's an interesting perspective as well. Prantik is here with us already. Hi, Prantik. Welcome back. You're going to show us the entire Singapore, seems like it.
Oh,
I know. Hi, guys. Sorry. Absolutely. I'm sure people who've been in Singapore, this is Holland Village. It's good to be I'm out with my team here, so sorry. It took me a while to kind of get out there. But yeah, it's good to be kind of out and about with the team.
That's awesome. That's nice. Prantik, also for you, let me just release the teaser once again, and then I'm going to hear your feedback as well.
Let's do that.
Yes, let's do it. Sharing my screen. So launching Salt and Pepper. So Prantik, that's how it looks like. And what do you think of it?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Fantastic to finally see, because I was looking at the preview in the afternoon, wondering what it look like. But yeah, fantastic! Congratulations to all of you guys, Khushbu, Anil, and the entire team. Awesome stuff.
Thank you so much, Prantik.
Absolutely. So Roshan, you haven't told us what do you think of Salt and Pepper.
No. I mean,
Sorry, Kushbu, I
like
can't hear you.
I agree. Oh, sorry, you can't hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree with everyone. You know, salt is without salt, there's nothing to life, right? The flavor and pepper brings some spice and heat and excitement and a very different kind of adventures that come along the way. So I think life is like that. Life is, it has to be, Helen Keller said this, right? Life is either a daring adventure or nothing. So many people to life is nothing, and we need to figure out how to make our life a daring adventure. And that comes by learning, that comes by growth, that comes by trying new things, that comes by challenging yourself, understanding the difference between being unrealistic and hard work. A lot of times we say things are unrealistic when it really means hard work. No, I can't do this because it's unrealistic. Actually, it's not unrealistic. It's just hard work, right? And that is, I guess, we capture a lot of things. Right.
That's a nice one, absolutely, because sometimes we have to work an extra mile to get things possible and see in the light of possibility.
Yes.
I have so much been a believer of actually jumping off the cliff and then crafting the flight yourself. Something I've been doing for the longest time in my life. So I resonate with this thing, Roshan, a lot. Just a quick audience, everyone who's watching us, guys, what did you think of salt and pepper, and how was your take on the name? Be as candid as possible. We are open to every kind of feedback, because that's the whole reason of you being part of the curtain raiser and being part of this launch. That's just the name. There's a little bit more that I have for everyone, and then the big surprise. Big surprise. So let's bring it. I think Chetan is going to take us ahead. So Chetan, welcome back. We released the logo without your front end presence to say everything that's happening in the man behind. Let's hear it. Share your screen and tell us.
No worries, Kush. I'm used to. I meant to be on the backside so that we can keep going from the front. So let me go ahead, share the screen.
And that's why he's a pacemaker.
Absolutely, guys. So releasing the curtain raiser for the salt and pepper here.
Are you able to see my screen?
Not as yet.
No.
Till then, we have got some amazing feedback. Okay, TK Bharat is telling salt and pepper is wider. This is how thoughts should be. Salt is taller and pepper is wider. This is how the thoughts should be. Hi, Chetan, how are you? You're getting Chetan highs. Ready to grow with salt and pepper. Honey has to say. Then there's another LinkedIn user who's telling us, I'm all spiced up to sell this seasoning and to my boss. Okay, that's an interesting one. I don't know your name. Can you please write your name in the comment section, because your name shows LinkedIn user rather than the name itself. I would love to know who is he or she. That's nice. We have, that's a lovable name. Hungry to learn. I think I love that. Hungry to learn. I think that's where we are. So Chetan, are you able to share? Just share it as soon as you are ready.
Just give me a moment. There's some security and privacy that I have to allow. Just give me a moment.
Okay,
so
boss.
something else that comes to my mind, Kushbu, if I can share.
Yes, Zubin, please go ahead. I would love to hear it.
I've been hearing all the most apparent ones, which is salt and pepper. Salt needed for every food taste, and pepper is always there to spice it up. But what really comes to mind at a deeper level is that salt and pepper are like a yin and yang. So look at the good in every bad, and look at the bad in every good. It's also about diversity. So it's all about my professional life. It's all about my personal life. And that's what makes me, and that's what makes the dish. So I thought that's another angle and a way to look at it. And as you guys are playing it, and the more it sounds and kind of seeps in, you get to know many more facets of just the very simple terminology called salt and pepper. That's just my 2 bits.
I think, Zubair, I have to think of this concept of yin and yang getting associated with the name as well. Internally, between our teams, we have had this discussion, and the team members have bought in this concept. So I'm so glad that you shared as well, because it's also about a lot of positivity, negativity around. It's about the mix of things. It's about the right balance. It's so much. If we go into the deeper meanings of the two extreme words, the white and the black, the day and the night, I think it just goes on. Thanks, Zubin, for bringing that perspective. that perspective. Sorry, guys, if you also have something to say, please go ahead and bring in your thoughts, because I would love it. Anil again went off. I think he just runs away before anything we bring to the screen. I think that's become your trend now.
I think Anil jumps up just to check comments and get them to boost more comments and engage with us.
So Chetan, are we ready?
We can share the screen.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Okay, guys. Absolutely. So this is a persona, one of the personas that we have put across, which is, have you heard of saying which, sorry, Mark, we will have to let you go. The business is slow. And I do understand this is a sad, this is not a very happy news to share it as well. But the fact is, only in Malaysia, I was just reading some stats and it said more than 2 million people have lost their jobs in just the last few months. It's a tough time for each one of us, including specifically people who have lost their job and they're struggling to just find a right space for themselves to be in, to be heard. I think I have never received so many people just reaching out and sharing and telling, I'm looking out for job on LinkedIn over messages than ever. And that inspired us to come up with something that can help all the job seekers out here on the platform and who's watching us. Guys, if you're seeing this and if you're live with us, I would really appreciate if you can share this video and click on the share button. And because every person, even one single person, if sees it and can get value out of it, I think our job is done. Because we were inspired to just make sure that the value can be given to each aspects or our life. So the first one are the people. So are you a job seeker looking out for a job possibility? Going ahead, Chetan. That's Amit. He is asking to himself, why is the sales team not able to get more clients? Amit, you need to do something. It's a thought of every entrepreneur, every founder, or to say a solopreneur, or even to say a person who is driving the wheels all by himself. Why exactly things are not happening? And looking at all the different ways, not sure where to go. So if you are one of those entrepreneurs who's seeking out for clients or seeking out for potential leads, seeking out for prospects, then please hold on to this for another few minutes and we're going to tell you why. And I'm promising none of you will regret. Going next. That's a feeling. That's genuinely a feeling which lot of content curators and people who have been going out and want to make sure that they are able to impact with their knowledge, they say to themselves, I'm frustrated on not being able to understand from where to get started on LinkedIn. Since LinkedIn has been a strong platform, a strong impact on every one of our life, and to our eminent guest as well, who has joined us today and are spending this quality time with us, this platform, many of them, they don't know what to do. They don't know how to get started. They're not even sure why are they here. Maybe a friend, a business partner, boss, a colleague told, guys, just go and check it out. But what next? What to do? Even why are you here? Answering some of these questions. So if you are wondering how to get your personal brand or even to get your influence out up there, we are bringing to you something which was not easy for ourselves also to do it, which had a lot of brainstorming involved, that whether or not we should even do it, because it was kind of a thing that took us on a troll in terms of time, health and everything. But the only inspiration was when some of the messages came to us and say, can you help us in this manner? Or would you be able to make a change in this manner? I still remember one of the messages Anil was sharing with me. He got on his profile saying a person was there who was possibly going to lose his job and was completely in a petrified mindset that how exactly can I either retain my job, or even if I lose, I don't lose hope. I have a lot to cover. And Chetan himself, I remember a girl reaching out and saying that I'm building my influence on the platform and I don't know what to do next. These are real incidences. These are real people. But of course, we are not putting names to those real people's life. If you're talking about Mark, Amit, or Samantha, to see here, we have come across these incidences just in the last 6 months. And that's the inspiration of why we started Salt and Pepper. And Salt and Pepper may be the name, which seems all fancy, attracting, and it inspires us as well. But that's not only why we are launching this and why the curtain raiser is there. We are actually coming up with something with Salt and Pepper. And Chetan, please bring it up to everyone on what exactly are we doing here. We are launching Salt and Pepper with a simple $1 workshop. And that's nothing, that's an intensive 4-day program on which we will be going live in a closed network group. We'll be sharing recordings. We'll be having webinars very closely connected with each other, sharing skills on how exactly can you optimize your profile, can you grow your network, can you grow your connections, can get visibility, can get clients, inbound, outbound, all of these things we are going to share with you through an intensive program. And guys, that's only for $1. I think many of you would be wondering, why exactly are we doing at this value as well? I mean, isn't it stupid for them to come up with something which is valued at just $1? Actually, you can just unshare it and just come back. I have to say this. I think we had a lot of brainstorming done internally. There was a price point. There was a lot of things that we discussed. The value being far more than this has been put across. But then we realized the audience that we can help or empower or elevate will squeeze in. We will not be able to change or bring 1% help to the number of people that we really want to make a change. Just yesterday, we defined a vision to be able to help at least 10,000 people with this $1 workshop. And that's very simple workshop, guys, but is going to change your life in just 4 days. It's a promise, but it's a promise that we want to do it together with you guys, with everyone out here. If it's an 8-hour intensive session in which we do live and we do offline, we do online as well. Sorry, no offline, guys. All is online. So I hope we could do justice to this curtain raiser, but I would love to hear what the guests and what the amazing guys who are with us have to say about what we have done so far. Let's hear it from Aaron.
I think you've spoken to me about this before, and I think it's one of those things which I think it's really needed out there in the market to help people find that map to create their own LinkedIn profile. I think right now it's a tool which is so underutilized. A lot of times people are just afraid to do it. But having a map to help people find out where to go or what to do would definitely help people boost up their LinkedIn presence and build up their own personal brand on LinkedIn.
Absolutely. I think, Aaron, with the quick shout out to the audiences as well, please tell us, what did you think of it? We would love to tell you how exactly you would be a part of it, because I know I haven't told you that for sure. And it is not a gimmick. This is actually going to happen, and you can subscribe for that. And everyone across the world can subscribe for that. Please share it with as many people as possible. If you want the link, tell us in the comment section. Till then, let's hear it, what Karanjit has to say.
Well, first of all, congratulations, Khushbu, Chetan, Anil, all of you all. I think fantastic effort. The beauty of it is, it is more helpful to the people for whom you are doing it, rather than probably simply for your own company or your own profits. Looking at the price point. However, so I think, if I'm not wrong, the latest that I know is LinkedIn has about 672 million users. Even if you are able to probably help 1% of that, we are already looking at $6.7 million. So I think all the guests out here, this is getting recorded, so we better share. So that's how.
You got it right.
I would look at it, but yeah, jokes aside, I think it's a phenomenal effort, especially in these times when see there is so much of pessimism, there is so much of negativity in the world around us, especially today, in this post-COVID era. So I think it's a great timing to really come up with such initiatives and really start helping people. So
Thank you so
all
much.
support to you guys.
Thank you so much, Karanjeet. Thank you for the. Of course, I understand you being, of course, a founder position. Bringing in the math was a phenomenal thing. If we are able to crack it out, I will be happy to share the pie. But more than that, I'm not looking at that number. But Karanjeet, just look at 1% of the size. If that number of people can really come forth and associate themselves to help themselves, not to anybody else, but to help themselves, I think I can sleep like baby for a long time, because those posts, I think all of us have come across those posts where people are pushing out, I am going through some severe challenges, and even being able to get meals on time for my family has been a concern. This whole workshop is actually valued at $51, and that's how we were going to launch Salt and Pepper. The whole idea was to launch Salt and Pepper with this workshop at $51, and that had been our idea until the last 2.5 months also. But after receiving and experiencing what people have been going through, talking to friends, talking to community, even people in the leadership team are in a place where they are getting retrenched. Entrepreneurs are closing down their business because they think they can't do anything else. As simple as that, I know one of the friends, Alan Fang, who compiled all the list for the Air Asia and stuff. The Air Asia guys are going down for Food Panda as a Food Panda delivery guys. I mean, if they don't have anything, what to do? This is the final solution that they're getting. These kind of stories, and to share with the audiences and to share with everyone, where did the trigger came in actually? So I was working, I and Anil were working on a project which for a client who's launching their product in Malaysia, and they're coming in about a month's time. So we were preparing a campaign for them, and we were looking at how the COVID situation has been for people out there. We were going out and looking out for COVID stories. What's the story across, and what is the life of people? Honestly, we went through about 10 to 15 stories only, and had goosebumps in more than 90% of them. And that's when it was kind of an aha moment that, guys, forget about the money. Let's try to help as many people as we can. Even if 10 people sign up, it's okay. What if 10 people sign up? We actually end up making $10, and we have put in so much into this. So it's not about the price point, but it's really about how many people are able to get their life changed after that 5 days, 4 days. So I really appreciate if you guys can share it with as many people as possible and support us, definitely. But coming to, of course, other guests, please tell us, what do you think of the entire program?
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely say this, guys, that I mean, being in business, being in the corporate world, I think the first thing is that we are all about, it's all about humanity. And when we talk about humanity, it's all about giving back. So if you go at a little more spiritual level, it's like the more you give, the more you get. The more you give, you start attracting more to yourself. And finally, it's all about energy that's flowing through. So what you guys are doing is empowering. And I think that is, one, at a very spiritual level, very humble. And two is, you're empowering to generate some sort of a growth in their business or in their personal lives, which is even more humbling in that sense. So frankly, when yesterday I was talking to Anil, and Anil told me that it's at like $1, I'm like, why? I mean, first thing I thought is just give it away free. So why $1? So then I realized that, yeah, the difference between the $1 and the free is the value that they associate with the course. And then I said, yeah, it's fair. It's very fair. But more importantly, the very fact that you guys are going out there to actually empower people and help them grow, I think that is not even half, but I'll say 90% of that battle won. So you're on the right path. I think it's a great thought. It's a great initiative, and there are lots and lots of people who need this. I can tell you that. So you've touched the right nerve on the right problem, and finally, unicorns are born out of solving the best problems, right? So
Thank you so
that's
much.
it.
Thank you. I think Anil, go ahead. You were saying something. I'm actually a little overwhelmed, so go ahead.
No, so Zubin and we had a conversation, I think yesterday evening, and what he said was right. Even I gave him the same feedback what you mentioned, Kosh. I think it's more about giving back to the community. I believe very strongly in the law of energy exchange. I still remember when I was the CSO for Netcore Solutions, I had called one of my customers in Goa for a sales conference, annual sales conference. And while he was leaving, of course, we sponsored his flight and stay, of course, because since he was great enough to come and attend this one-day workshop for us and speak to our sales team. While going, he actually transferred me 100 rupees, Indian rupees on PTM. And I was a little surprised when he said that. He said, Anil, I'm transferring you this 100 rupees because I strongly believe in this law of exchange of energy. Because you got me here, and not because you sponsored my tickets and my stay, but because you got me engaged to your large 140 people sales team. Not only I was giving them my piece of 2 cents on the whole business, but I could kind of interact, engage, and learn so much from them. And I think this was really very big contribution to me. And that's why I want to give this. I know the amount is not big enough, but it's just about law of energy exchange. And that's what Zubin mentioned. So I also strongly believe that. And it's more about giving back to the community. And during this current times, we all three of us, when we were discussing, as Kush mentioned, the amount which we came to was $51. We thought probably, yes, we all into business. But then we realized, do we want to, we are all doing good in our professions, we are all doing good in our business, but what does the community needs at this point in time? Okay, and that's where we all kind of said, okay, let's go ahead and do this as a launch thing at least, and we'll do this for the first time at least at $1. And that's where this whole thing came up.
Absolutely.
Very good. Really good.
Thank you so much, Zubin. Thank you so much. Just let's hear it from our
Does
next
it, so it's for individuals as well as for smaller entities, or is it just for smaller? I mean, are you demarcating in any way? Or is it as democratic as anyone who can afford $1 can come and do it?
Absolutely. Anyone who can afford $1 can do it. So guys, just translating the money in other currency for Malaysian friends and colleagues and connections and community and everyone, it is less than a McD burger, guys. So it's about 4 ringgit, 2 to 3 cents, 20 to 30 cents. So it's about 4.5 ringgit to say. For Singaporeans, I would say it would be 1.3
That's right.
dollars. For Indians, it is just rupees 75 approximately as the conversion goes. And of course, for the US market, it is $1. I think, Zubin, that's a great question. I would actually love to give everyone a walk to the website. But before I go in, why don't I hear what other guest has to say?
No, I think it's a fantastic initiative. I mean, Khushbu, Anil, and Chetan. It's a brilliant initiative, and kudos to all of you. It's obviously got, and I completely agree there with Karun and Zubin as well. It's got nothing to do with the actual the token amount, so to speak. It's about the value that you want to provide to the network, as a whole, and that speaks volumes of the amazing people that the three of you are. So I wish you the very best. It's an absolute no-brainer, of course. So everyone should absolutely jump on board, at the earliest and try and spread the word. So I mean, Khushbu, definitely, I would definitely request you to just send me through any sort of marketing material that you have. I'll be happy to sort of put it out to my network as well.
Wow, thank you so much, Sai, for that shout out. Of course, your network is so huge; it can actually benefit to so many people out there, and it will. And not only about you, I'll be happy to. I'll be happy to share with everyone out here. And if you know anybody in the network that can benefit out of it, please do share it with them. If you receive a message saying that I'm looking out for a job, please do share it with them. Because our promise is to really make sure that a job seeker can present themselves well, to be able to be visible in front of the recruiters before even they write to the recruiters. That's our motto right here. So it will be great. And with this, I would want to give everyone a sneak preview on how the website looks like. Kiran, do you want to share it with them or?
Sure.
Saib needs to go, but yeah, I think we can have a quick preview of the website.
It's all right. I have a hard stop in 8 minutes. All good.
Okay, great.
So guys, what you are seeing for the audience is on right here, Chetan's screen is actually the green room where all of us are sitting, and that's how our screen looks like. And that's the website, guys. That's the website that you're looking at. Salt and pepper. Kill it on LinkedIn. Yes. Kill it on LinkedIn with whatever your best ad. And as we scroll to the bottom of the website and as we scroll down, of course, that's me right there talking, I think. And just sharing about why are we doing it, what it is about. And guys, just to give you a quick idea of what it is. So what we have been able to achieve for ourselves have been through a framework that has been designed internally by entire team to say, which is A, B, C, and D. As simple as it sounds, it is, but you must know the tips, the tricks, the hacks, and how to do it. A, how do you accelerate your profile is what you're going to touch base on. B, how do you build the right connections? C, you create those amazing content that can get thousands and thousands of views and eyeballs. Last but not the least, discover those tools, those platforms or ways on how you can absolutely rock your journey on LinkedIn. Guys, these 4 techniques have been helping the entire team to our clients that we have been working for. So for the longest time, we at Beyond 99 has already been working with corporates to help them with growth journey in sales, in marketing, with the help of LinkedIn. All 3 gelled up together in coming up with a nice recipe and putting in the salt and pepper of our minds in it and sharing it with the corporate clients. Only during this COVID time, we were motivated to bring it to everyone. And this, of course, a value which is all about just putting a value to it and just having the exchange of the energy, as Anil already mentioned. So this is what the framework looks like. And as we scroll to the bottom, you guys can see if you fit in. Of course, the other details are there, Chetan. We can just scroll that or scroll that for the people to find out. We will be sharing the link in the comment section. Tell us if you want to know. And this is some of the personas that we could imagine we can help. Starting from, of course, if you are a sales in the marketing team, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are a speaker, orator, or even if you are a trainer, if you are a job seeker, as we have been talking for the longest period of time already, or solopreneur, entrepreneur, and as I see, if you are seeking for a personal influence for yourself, a coach or a trainer as well. All of these guys are some of the personas we could imagine. I would love to come across some amazing people out there who are not in this category and they still could benefit it through LinkedIn. So guys, this is a quick walk on what it is all about. And this is going to be a hybrid program where every day we're going to release you a little bit about each framework. So A, B, C, D, 4 days to say, and 4 different recordings, followed by every day I will be coming live to answer your questions. It will be a 1-to-1 AMA session with close community in it, just to answer what problems you faced with the particular day's program. and there will be some challenges as well for you to answer to do it. Unless you fulfill the challenge, guys, I'm telling you, nothing is going to happen. No magic is going to happen. Nowhere you're going to go, and all of this will go in vain. So this was some quick highlights, and the last day we'll do a super finale webinar. That's a quick outline on everything. Some of the guys we have worked with is there in our videos, and please go out and check. I think that's all about it. I think Chetan, once, yeah, that's where you actually enroll yourself, and we are coming up with at the moment 2 groups, understanding that the dates can be a problem. So we start first group on 16th of September and the second group on 30th of September. These are 2 weeks that we have dedicated to work closely with everyone who sign up for it. Guys, I hope this can add and change your life for a better tomorrow. That's all. Chetan, you can just you may unshare it, and of course those are some clients and stuff, but yeah, you can unshare it. And thank you so much for all the patience and listens.
So how do people reach to this page? Do you want to let them know right away?
Yes, I think we have kept them waited for a very long period of time. So guys, I want to let you know, I'll actually let you tell, Chetan, because you speak so less, you speak so much. So please go ahead and tell what is it, how can people actually sign up for it?
Okay, so if you're interested and if you want to grow, so go to your browser, type launch.growwithsaltandpepper.com. So launch.growwithsaltandpepper.com.
Absolutely, guys. So if you go with grow, G-R-O-W, with, which is W-I-T-H, salt and pepper.com, and you click on the LinkedIn workshop right on the top, you will come on the landing page where you can subscribe for it. Growwithsaltandpepper.com, guys.
When does it begin?
You can start subscribing now.
Oh, so it's like a self thing. You can just do it at your own pace. Okay.
So what happens is a good question, Zubin. So what happens? You can subscribe now, but since we are doing live Q&A and we will be actually working and hand-holding them to be getting what they want, it's a batch or a group concept. So group A, let's say X number of people subscribe. So we launch with them on 16th of September. The group B, we launch with them on 30th of September, giving 2 different times so that they can choose as per their own comfort zones and availability.
Just adding to that, Zubin, actually we thought of, if we would have done that, so we would have left them on their own, you know. It's just like something in recording, and there's no motivation to go through that. So when we are creating those groups, it's though recording, but every day we would be having our closed community with all the badges and the groups. We would be challenging them. We'll be asking them what they're doing, what they're implementing, what are their questions that they have. And at the end of the day, we'll be going on a live with them, us answering all the questions. So for 3 constant.
So all that will be on a WhatsApp chat. I'm assuming it's a WhatsApp group that you're doing it.
Zubin, we are gonna, great you mentioned that. So everybody who subscribed will be receiving now. If you subscribe, you will be receiving that you have joined the program. Soon, in 2 days' time, everyone will be receiving our group, Facebook group link, WhatsApp group link, and if you're on Telegram group link. 3 different places. As for, they can choose WhatsApp or LinkedIn, WhatsApp or Telegram, but Facebook will be a mandatory pick because that's where we are going to go live with our community. So you must be a part of the Facebook community group so that you can join the Q&A, the AMA sessions that we are going to do every day.
And just like we mentioned, there would be recorded tracks. So as soon as they make the transaction, they will be actually signed up on our website. That is their dashboard. So they get all the communication within the dashboard. And when the batch or the group starts, communication already has started in the WhatsApp group that we have created.
So that would be the logistics to say. Guys, please tell us what you think. And also at the same time, if there's any feedback, I would love to hear it from you, because it is with simple feedbacks like Aaron shared, like Zubin shared with us, because they knew they have been a strong fellow to us from a very long time, and they shared some great inputs with us, which brought us to where we are. Even Karunji had some triggering thoughts that he shared with us in the learning side of it. So if you have it, if the audiences have it, please share with us more. We love to grow every single day. I know, Sahib, you have to go. I would love you to say first so that you can keep up to your commitments. Sahib, I think
No,
you're on mute.
it's a brilliant initiative. Am I? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
you're audible.
Okay. Okay, so I mean, it's a brilliant initiative, and I think everyone should try and spread the news to the network. So I will definitely do that, and thank you once again for sort of doing this, because it will no doubt help a lot of people, because the amount is pretty much irrelevant. It's about the value that you're providing, so much more than the amount that people have to invest. So you know, everyone on the network, please share it with other people within your network who are job seekers, who are entrepreneurs, because I'm sure that they're going to get a lot of value out of Khushbu, Anil, and Chetan. You know, I've met Chetan and Khushbu personally, so I mean, yeah, I mean, I can absolutely vouch for them. They're brilliant at what they do. So don't miss out on this opportunity. So, but with that, I do have to leave a hard stop a minute ago, so I'm actually late for another call. But it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you once again, Aaron, Karun, Anil, Chetan, and Khushbu, and to everyone who's watching. You know, thank you for your time. Thank you for your support, and you know, please sort of spread the word. Thanks once again.
Thank you so much, Sahib, for making time for this and joining in this curtain raiser. Thanks. Bye.
My pleasure. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks, sir. See you.
I think Zubain dropped off because of some connection issues. But we have 5 of us right now. And guys, to the audiences, if you have any questions about the program, please push it in the comment section below, and we'll try to help you answer to most of them. And if you're watching this not live, then I would recommend comment your questions or reach out to any one of us over a DM on LinkedIn or on the website itself, and we would love to answer all your questions if you have anything. But glad, guys, congratulations. We already have someone who has subscribed to the program.
Yeah.
That's a thing. I mean, I read it in the chats itself, so I've not checked the back end, guys. So not checked the back end, but the chat says that someone has already enrolled, and that's really amazing.
So one of the users have also written just a suggestion: do enable your website SSL and HTTP. So we are already secured. We have our SSL certificate on the website there. So don't worry about making the transaction. Go ahead, think about your growth, spend your time learning. It's all secured.
Thanks, Chetan, for bringing that shout out. And I have to thank to that particular LinkedIn user as well. Thank you so much for the reminder. It's me. We don't know. It's please put the name so that we can actually see, because we see it's me. We want to see. We want to know your name. Can you comment your name?
I think this LinkedIn user has a private profile, therefore the name and the image is not visible.
Absolutely, absolutely. You're right. There. Aaron, Karanjit, final thoughts.
Aaron, would you like to go first? Yeah,
I think it's an opportunity. I think it's an opportunity which everybody should just grab for it. It's $1. I mean, $1, you probably spend it on a meal, you spend it on Starbucks or something like that. Why don't you spend it on something which, well, you could actually learn and keep for the rest of your life? I mean, personal branding is a tool which it's something you learn today, but it benefits you throughout your whole life. You can use it whichever career you're going into. Even if you're changing career, you can just bring it along with you. And these tools, LinkedIn, it's something which is going to stay. We've seen how it grew so much over the past couple of years. So only great things can happen from it. So if you guys are thinking about joining that $1, I need to emphasize it's like $1, $1 workshop, go ahead. You don't need to think twice about it. Don't need to worry about the security, the payment. It's $1. So just go for it, try it out, see and learn from it. It's going to be an experience, regardless of wherever it is. It's $1. So go for it.
I think with this, Aaron, I have to also mention a quick message to everyone who is watching. And I think that's one of the most important things. Guys, this is only for a certain period of time. And there is a deadline to this that I have to say. It's because of the launch. It's because we are motivated with the current times and everything. We've come up with $1. This is going to get back to $51 in few months. I think after 2 to 3 batch, or probably we're not yet sure at this time, but we are 100% sure that once we have helped a few people already, we're going to come back to that number, because at the end of the day, the lights at our home also needs to turn on. I don't want to be the one of them next time going and subscribing to the program for myself. So guys, as much as we want to help you, we want to help ourselves also. So this is just a limited period thing. As soon as you subscribe, you'll get a benefit out of it. We don't know when we're going to pause it, but we're going to definitely pause it soon. Karanjeet?
All right. So I think I'll just leave 2 quick statements or something that I often share with my team. So what I always tell them is 2 things. One, do not only work for the job that you have. Also work for the job that you want. So, and in that process, obviously, nothing comes free, nothing comes easy. But at the same time, opportunities like these, where Aaron also mentioned, I also said, see, $1 is nothing. You can just write it off. So the value that you get against this, to probably realize your dream or ambition or aspiration of where you want to be, and how can this very simple, crisp, let's say, simple 4-day workshop help you get there, is tremendous. So that is one. Another very important reminder that I always share with my people, with my team, is if you want to be the best, you got to train with the best. So obviously, in the same context, Chetan, Khushbu, Anil, see, I've known you all for a good time frame now. I've seen your work. I am personally an admirer of your work. So therefore I can clearly vouch for all those aspirants who might get, again, tremendous learning out of this very simple exchange of thoughts, ideas. And the best thing about it is it's not really a very formal kind of program where you really got to prepare, and it is more about discovering one's own self. I probably assume that it's going to be more on the lines of discovering your own innate potential, and how do you channelize this via very simple, usable, let's say, tricks or hacks, which are implementable. Again, it's not, let's say, a 1,000-page strategy book that they are going to go through. So that makes it even better. And if you were actually to do it, why not really do with probably people who are one of the best in the industry? So those are that is the parting thought that I would like to share with the audiences here, and I'm very happy to endorse it. I'm very happy to promote it, as much as I can, just to share with you. So even on Psyche Talent Marketplace, there is a community site, there is a social platform which is enabled for e-learning. So just in case, this is my personal offer that I would like to extend to you all on a public platform. If at all you want to utilize any part of that platform to share or disseminate this workshop, this content, which might help people, and especially the job seekers, because for us most of the traffic is for the job seekers. Please feel free. We are always open. Any help that I can extend to you personally, any help Psyche can extend to you personally, especially for this particular initiative, it is always there. It's a fantastic work that you guys are doing. It is for the community. It is for the people. It is at the right time when there is so much of need of these kind of initiatives today. So again, like Sahib also said, kudos to you, kudos to your team, all the strength to you guys. Let's rock it. Any help that you need, we are there.
That's so beautiful of you, Karanjeet, to bring across help from Psyche themselves. I think a platform can definitely empower us. We're not sure how exactly, but definitely it calls for a discussion afterwards, and I'm going to reach out and see how we can, but thank you so much for mentioning it. Thank you. What matters more than that help is the words that you just said, and you made an extra attempt to add whatever you could do from your side and collaborate in this manner. That's such a beautiful message that you're delivering, that together we can make it even bigger, we can make it even larger, and reach as many people as possible. Because Psyche as an amazing platform where you are doing mind matching, where you're getting people their dream jobs. And I know that because I have spoken to you so many times already. Getting a job is one thing and getting a dream job is another thing. And so many times a person don't even realize that they know what they want. That's really a matter of fact. And Psyche helping them, and we are helping to the similar kind of community, would be happy to see how we can collaborate and make this even a bigger deal in the market, to make sure we reach out to more job seekers out there and help them in some manner. Thank you so much, Karunji.
Sure, Khushbu. Pleasure.
So guys, with this, I have to say that this was kind of a unique idea of going online on LinkedIn and on Facebook to do the curtain raisers, have some of our industry friends, guests. I would say thank you so much, seriously, for you guys being able to make your time and be a part of this. I know you have been deep supporters for what we have been doing for a very long time, but to be able to not say but act is what I really appreciate. And act is where you could make it to the live program today. Anything from Chetan and Anil, you guys want to say something?
Yeah, Chetan, go ahead.
I'm sure I'm very grateful to all of the guests that has come in today, because it was on such a short notice. It was only yesterday night when we thought how to roll it out such that we can reach out to more people. And I think, Karunjit, what you mentioned out here, and how I'm looking at the comments that we are receiving, the kind of support and the push, I feel grateful. I feel it's such a gratitude to be connected with such people, those who are watching this video, those who have come on this show today. So let's make it happen. I think it's the next 30 days is something that is really big for us, and we'll need support. Definitely, we'll be reaching to each one and all in different aspects to get that strength and make it happen.
Sure. Let's do this.
I will go with my 60 seconds because I'm a 60 seconds guy. So let me take the opportunity of that. And I will use 60 seconds to kind of communicate with the audience. And my time goes now. Hey guys, it's a really great program for all of you guys there. And as the name says, kill it on LinkedIn. It's going to be only at $1. Let me emphasize that. It's going to be only at $1, where we're going to teach you or make you understand the ABCD of LinkedIn. And very quickly on that, it's about accelerating your profile, building your connections, creating your content, and consistently, as Sahib also was sharing, and finally discovering the right tools. And who can attend? It could be anybody who can attend, who's looking out for a job, who's looking out for leads, which is there, who's trying to do his personal branding on LinkedIn, which is there. This session is going to be with 3 recorded tracks, 3 live Q&A sessions, and 1 final bonus finale session from me. So that's my 60 seconds for you guys. So quickly rush up and go to the website, launch.growwithsaltandpepper.com, and subscribe to this very quickly, because this is going to be for a very limited time, as mentioned by Khush. Thank you so much.
Wow, Anil, you're bringing back 60 seconds once again, but amazing sum up of everything, I should say. You are amazing at that. We love you. With this, of course, I think we've already been longer than we promised, of course, but thank you so much for sticking around and being there, Karanjit and Aaron specifically. You guys were till the end, and I deeply appreciate that. I think Chetan deeply appreciates that, and Anil as well. We are blessed to have you guys with us.
Always
Thank you so much.
You're always welcome.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you. See you all.
Bye.
See you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Ciao.
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 Hi guys, just very quickly, before I say farewell to the audiences, do you have any questions? Tell us. I'm sticking around for a little while just to see if you guys have any questions. Aaron will be happy if you want to be a part of it. Okay, Aaron said bye-bye to us. Yes, because guys, they promised us, and they were for a longer period of time. We are just going to stick around for another 5 minutes. But if you guys have any questions, you can put it across in the comment section. We have Kalaivani Krishnan, and hi Kalaivani Krishnan. That's so nice. She's put across the URL of the website in the comment. Thank you so much for taking that attempt to put the URL and helping people to be able to click and see what's happening there. I really hope we have the analytics set. But yes, with this, we have some. Oh, hi, Indranil. It's so nice to see you. After such a long time, Indranil is a dear friend from India. We met back in Mumbai about 1.5 years ago. We were at the same award function where he was an awardee, I was an awardee. And since then, we have been close mates. It's nice to see you on the live. TK Bharat, of course, our tribe member. Sandeep, our tribe member. Guys, amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. Sandeep, wow, you've subscribed already. Kudos, man. Thank you so much. Spread it with your team. Spread it with your people. I remember you mentioned you have got your team members as well who you are motivating. So why not just get them on board as well? It's just about helping as many souls as possible who are wanting for that help. Anil, Chetan, over to you. Chetan, say something. I think we would love to hear. He's the ghost, guys. He's the ghost, which I have been always talking on my live. And today he's come up with us and have promised us to stick around for another some time and share what are his thoughts with the salt and pepper. What does he think of the name?
I'm kind of pumped up, Kush. I'm kind of pumped up. You know how we've been working, and especially, for last like 72 hours, not more than 4 or 5 hours that we have slept. And, the kind of excitement that we have all because we want to give it back. We want to do something for the community. The times are tough. And just bringing at $1 this program, you can't get it anything better than this, guys. This is the time. If you are talking about you're losing your job, you're not getting business, this is it. This is the place. You're looking at the URL here. So that's where you have to go. It's just $1, I'm really excited, Kush.
I'm so glad you said that, Chetan. Today the world have evolved so much that I remember earlier, even today, of course, but earlier, if a person, if going for a client meeting, definitely doesn't want to go out in pajamas, right? He would or she would be investing in good clothes, in good looks, in a proper hair or a proper bag, and to say just all of this to be at one client meeting, to be seen, to be heard, to be said, and to be worn. So much of investment is going in that respect. And today, when the world is almost moving online, or I should say have already moved online, now those clothes have become your landing pages, have become how you look on Google, how you look when people search for you. Like, let's say, for example, if I'm searching for TK Bharat, that's one person I heard, he visits LinkedIn stories and he always sees there, let me see who's he. And landing up to just his LinkedIn profile is where I'm going to figure it out, whether I want to build a connection, I want to connect, I want to click that connect button or not. And that's a choice a person makes. And let me tell you, as a marketer, as a person who's been running business for so long, you don't have more than 3 seconds to get that person to act on that button. And if you're not able to win in that 3 seconds, you actually potentially lose a prospect every single time. So why lose that prospect every single time when you can look right online with just $1 at this point of time? So guys, this price point, yes, we could have gone free as well because we are not getting anything in return. It's equivalent to free. Instead, bringing a price point actually brought in a lot of technical know-hows for us. Having SSL securities involved, having payment gateways involved, having transactional methodologies involved in the back end, more development time took place. We could have launched it even earlier, but the fact is, as Anil mentioned, we strongly believe in an exchange of energy. We strongly believe that when we are committing 8 hours, can you guys commit 3 hours for your own life or not? And let me tell you, if you can't commit those 3 hours, this program is not for you. I might be sounding bold, but the fact is, If 3 hours is too much, then those 8 hours is not something we are motivated to do. So that's a small exchange of energy that we are expecting from people at this point of time, and that's the only motivation we have to put. We have put in a price point to the entire thing. Anil, what do you have to say?
No, you kind of summed it up really well. Just for the audience again, it seems like a dollar one, but there is a lot of efforts going much above the dollar one at the back end. And Chetan is the best person to kind of share that because, like Krish mentioned, I've seen all of this, the payment transactions, the gateways which you need to arrange, the complexities of getting people enrolled, the emails going to them. So there's a lot of energy, effort, time, and money which is going behind this dollar one. And the only reason why we are doing this today is just to give back to the community, support the community, and help the community to grow on social media like LinkedIn. And that's the only sole intent of kind of launching this workshop, putting it on LinkedIn. So, guys, please ensure that you spread this word across with your friends, family, and your colleagues and peers wherever they are, and share this because again this might not be there beyond a month or two because we also want to ensure that we keep run our businesses profitable, but we are committed for the next month or two, so ensure that we take advantage of that.
Thank you so much, everyone, for being there with us and spending this last 2 hours or 1.5 hours to say, guys, let's stick together. And we have a lot of things on due with us for the night as well. Let's call it and say bye-bye to everyone who's watching.
I think for the last time, from a journey of who you are to, oh, I know you, here it begins. This is the URL. You have to go there and spend some time on yourself. The best investment that you can make is on yourself, and this is it.
Exactly.
Absolutely, guys. So as Chetan mentioned, if you want people to tell you, oh, I've heard about you, I saw you somewhere, or I know you already, then this is where your journey gets started, guys. Till then, thank you so much for all the support, all the love. Bye-bye. See you. Sayonara. Good night. Have a great day, evening. Bye-bye.